How's it going, guys? Welcome to our stop motion rig review. Rather, stop motion animation rig, or the rig you would use for stop motion animation. I don't know the exact terminology. And this basically, guys, is a review for two rigs that I have bought with a company called Cinespark. There's a link in the description where you guys can check it out. In my own personal opinion, these rigs here are perfect for someone who's starting out in stop motion animation. And when I got started, I didn't know what rigs were for or how you use them or what you do with them. I would just hold figures up with glue. Not glue, sellotape, scotch tape. Don't hold your figures up with glue. So guys, let's get right into this. But before we do, the link for Cinespark is in the description, or you see it here, www.cinespark.com. Also in the description is a link to my stop motion animation movie that I created about 1.5 to 2 years ago. It is for the Tekken video game franchise, and it is a real cool action where everyone's fighting martial arts type of stop motion animation. So you can see my skill sets there. And then I've also added my friend who's just arrived. I see him here. I see you, amigo. Red Mask Animation says, I'm here. Welcome, my brother. For everyone else who's tuning in who watches my streaming videos or something like that, this might not be for you guys, but of course everyone is welcome to hang out. So before we get into it, I'm going to show you what I bought from Cinespark a couple of months back. So bear with us. So I'm going to put Paul here for now. I was using Paul as I was creating a video for my good friend Ultimate Taijutsu. Shout out to Ultimate. And basically we have this here. So these are 3 attachments that I bought a while back. The reason why I got 3 attachments is each attachment cost around $1. So that's not the end of the world, right? This was an attachment for one of the attachments that I had built. So it's a screw with a bolt, and the idea was to be able to add it on here on the magnet attachment. Now the magnet attachment is very strong. There you go. And what you could use these for, you could either screw this one here, the plated screw, into the back of a figure that would allow it. So let's say if this guy would allow it, you would screw it in the back here. Or if he was made of metal, or if he was a metal car or something like that, then already you'd have a good attachment. And then you can use the metal, the magnet one, and then you would attach this to the rig, and then you can have him walk around and whatnot. And then if you have a metal car or something like that, then you just attach it to the car and then have the car drive around. Simple as that. So I got these 3 pieces, and the reason why I ordered these 3 pieces, they were $3. I wanted to see how good Cinespark was with basically delivery, and how expensive it would be, and how expensive the taxes would be when it arrives. So the taxes here, by the way, this one is basically shaped like a toothpick. It's very dangerous. You want to keep this away from children and animals. And this here is good for food. So let's say my arm is the stop motion rig. You can put this in an apple, have the apple jump up and down, doom, 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 and then jump into a glass of cola, for example. And then you have apple cola, like an advert for apple cola or something like that. And it has this little spongy thing where you can put it in there. And then there's no harm to anybody. Still be careful, right? But no harm to anyone. Anyway, those 3 pieces cost me $3. When I ended up buying them, I had to pay $8 for delivery. and then an additional $8 for import tax. Now that means I spent $19, so that's 8, 8, 16, $19 for the 3 of these. Now you might say to yourself, well, that sounds terrible. That's a terrible deal, man. By the way, Rona, I see you. Thank you for joining the live stream. You might say to yourself, well, that's terrible, man. What did you do? You got conned. Well, not exactly, because I was just trying to see how long it takes for them to deliver the package, and in my region, packages arriving here is almost impossible. Like, it's absolutely terrible. I won't go into that right now, but I had to make sure that if I order something from Hong Kong, it can be delivered to my doorstep without any issues in Europe. Now I've been in Hong Kong like 3-4 times, but still, I don't know when the next time is I'll be there, and if I can't visit Cinespark and I need to do something in between now and then, the next time I go to Hong Kong, then yeah, tough luck for me, eh? So it was good to know that they could order these 3 little things. Now the tax is a set rate here, so you're always taxated around 7-8 euros. It starts with that and then it goes higher. So when I got these 2 things, and I'll open them up in a second, these cost $199. That's why I have under $200 for 2 sets. Link in description. And that is basically, I wasn't lying. There's 2 full sets with attachments for under $200. The tax ended up only costing something around 18 euros. So only 10 euros more than when I ordered these 3 things here. So all of that was only a couple of euros more than this. I could choose different postal services. I ended up choosing FedEx, which in my opinion is the most secure. And I ended up paying around 20 additional euros for that. So that's 12 euros on top of what I paid for this. So you got more bang for your buck here. So at the end of the day, I paid around 238 euros or something like that, if you take post and tax into consideration. Now there are ways to get around that. Not going to go into that right now. If you buy these things, then you could speak with Cinespark and ask them for other postal options that are cheaper, or you can just pick it up if you're in Hong Kong, or if you know someone who travels back and forth. For example, Hong Kong, Britain is a well-traveled route, so if you're in Britain or Ireland and you need somebody to pick something up for you, you can go ahead and ask them. Alright, so this is the pouch it came in. By the way, there's bubble wrap everywhere. It was very, very, very nicely packed. And let's open this up and see what we've got inside. Right, so already when I saw this was amazing. I'm going to start with these. These are actually my adjustments that I ordered. They're usually around $1 each. Some of them were on sale for like 80 cents and whatnot, and I'll get into them in a second. So this here is your M3 adapter. Now I would need to see which toy allows this adapter to go in. But we also already have this guy, right? So in theory, that would be the adapter for Samus. And then I can lift up and down and move all about. Then I have my clamp here. I ordered 2 clamps. I ordered 2 of each. And these are perfect for these type of figures. So now what I can do is, I don't want to break Paul's leg. I'm sure Law and enough other Tekken antagonists and protagonists want to do that too. These can help keep these in place. And they're quite like, yeah, that's all right. It won't destroy the fabric. That's of course very important if you have toys with fabric on them, which you'll often get with 12-inch figures. Red Mask Animation says, I've seen some people put clear double-sided stick tape on the figure and the rig. I'll get to that in a second, my friend. I even have the double-sided tape ready to show you when I start building the rig together. But yeah, that is actually supposedly one of the top 3 ways to do it. I've been doing it like this whole time, right? And then what I would use is I would use happy hands or helping hands as they're called. And let me just get them. How are you doing today? Runa asks. Oh, I'm doing fine, my friend. Still a bit of a cold, but thankfully you guys don't need my face for this one. So how are you doing, my buddy? How's your training going? So this is what I used. Basically, I took a washing peg and I attached it to helping hands. And helping hands, you usually get them on channels that shops that sell clock merchandise. And these helping hands, you can basically attach like clock pieces, and also if you're repairing your glasses, you can do all of these kind of things with helping hands. And then I would attach this and then add that here. And that's how I would keep my Tekken Stop motion animation figures from falling over. I have the cold too. I just found out I have COVID. Oh, goodness gracious. Red Mask, my friend. All the best. Hope you make a speedy recovery. I hate being sick, and I know you do too, so I mean, who likes it, right? But hope you make a speedy recovery, my friend. And yeah, plenty of soup. Get some fresh air at your window, at least if you're allowed to go to your window. And make sure to drink plenty of fluids and get some good rest. Rona says it's going good, winning most of my games. Oh, which game is that, my friend? Right, so this is the old guard. I'll put him there for now. Obviously, this is more space consuming, and it already has the attachment added on here, right? I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, I think that's okay. So it's pretty cool, pretty decent. I'm just going to put these three away for now. Yeah, I'll add them in here. Oops. So that I don't mix anything up. Ugh. The magnetic ones. Now, I ordered 3 of them, I think. Right, they're all attached to metal plates. But what you can do is, these metal plates are pretty cool, because what you can do is you can hide them in the cloth. There you go. And then you can kind of pull him and have him walk over. It's a great little cheat, eh? So that's a pretty cool thing. These metal plates didn't come with this package here, but thankfully I have a load of these in my toolbox, so it's not that big a deal. Rona says, I'm playing Valorant. Red Mask, have you ever heard of that game? It's kind of like Fortnite, I think. So, oops. Sorry, just get rid of the call there. That was my girlfriend, so hope she's not seeing this and saying, oh, you prioritize stop motion animation over our relationship. I would say yes. No, I'm only kidding. So, right, these two guys, the 2 clamps, and I ordered an extra one of these. I don't know why, but I feel like this is the thing most likely that I'm going to lose, because when I'm doing stop motion animation, I might put my phone down. I use my phone as a monitor, but if this attaches to my phone and then I can't find it at that moment in time and whatnot, then I'm going to need another one. I need to have as many of these magnets as possible. Well, I think 4 should be enough. So yeah, it's a good thing to have a bit more of. So I ordered these, $1 each. Then these, I think, were $3 each or $2 each. Then I've got these guys. So this guy I only ordered 1 of because I already have one. And I don't think I will need him too often, and I definitely won't lose him too often. And this guy here is basically the second one of these. Whoops, things are falling out of the pack. And this one here was a very unique one that I saw. And I thought, well, if you have something like a tomato or 2 pieces of lettuce or multiple, whatever, like a bun, then you can put this in the side here, right? So let's say this is your bun. By the way, this is the sticky tape. This is your bun, and you just put it in the side there, all the way through, and then you can lift it up if you're doing some stop motion animation with food. The M connectors. Now that I'm seeing these things, I'm actually thinking to myself I should have ordered more of these. All right? Very, very small here. And they look very breakable. Not that this company is lacking good sturdy material. Everything here is good and sturdy. But yeah, I'm just in two minds. I know I'm a bit of a Shrek when it comes to being careful about not breaking my stuff and things like that. I'm all over the place sometimes. I'm a bit of an ogre. And these were actually the most expensive thing, this here. A 6 centimeter extension. That's if I want an extra arm. So then I can have my arm like this, and then like this, and this, and this, and this. But we'll get to that in a second. So these are the extensions. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then in this bag here, I also have an additional extension. 13, 14, right? So these extensions here are awesome. Red Mask I have, but I've never played it. Oh well, if you ever want to play, Rona's trying to become pro in Valorant, and he's trying to tell me to play this game, so I have no other choice than to play it, presumably this Saturday. But as far as I know, anyone can join in. Alright, so this is good sturdy quality, and this you would attach to the base when you have a major extension. And if you're dealing with stop motion animation figures that are 12 centimeters, 12 inches or taller. Hey, where's his hand went? Where did your hand go? Oh well. But then this is a good starting point, because let's say you want to get his back, then you can already see that you're going to have some issues. You would only go up to his waist even with this, but thankfully we have multiple adjustments already included in these little sets here. Yeah, it's free. Only requirement is to be in the EU so we can play together, because you can only play with your own region. What? Oh my goodness. That is not cool. Vader cut Paul's hand off. He was like, I'm your father. And then Paul gave him the 1-2, man. That is crazy. I'll need to check where his hand is. I actually have 2 of those Paul figures. A toy shop in the Philippines supported my channel by sending me an extra Paul. And I never thought I would need him, but now I think I do need him. Alright, here is the Mac Daddy. So this is the 200, I think it's called the 200 converter, the 200 rig, and this is good solid material. This is like Big Daddy. This won't move easily. He weighs more than Paul does, right? I've got the link in the description. You can see how much it weighs and so on and so forth. So let's build this bad boy up. So this package here obviously belongs to this guy. So I'm going to close this, put this here, and let's build them up together and see if I don't make a complete idiot of myself. Right. Welp, I'm Sol. What does Sol mean? I don't know if you can see the little logo there. And there you go, there's all the ins and outs. Alright, so let's start. Let's see how we put this bad boy together. I'm assuming we best start with the bigger extension that I have got. Is it like that? Or is it like that? Well, we're going to find out the hard way. Ah, shite out of luck. Okay, I understand, my friend. Yeah, Runa, is there any... and also you need a PC. Man, those are very specific requirements, especially these days, right? All right, let's see if we can build this bad boy up. Let's see what we've got. What do we do here? Let me see. I have the page still open, I believe. Ah, that actually goes in like that? Okay, that is weird. So I actually should have this here, apparently. And then what I do is, oops. Really? Wow. All right, there we go. All right, that's not bad. I'll take that. Let me just reopen this. Okay, so this is the first part. Good material, not bendy at all. I'm happy with that. And now we need to start adding the attachments on. So let me see. Let me see the photos here on the links in the description. So that's the rig. Where is the attachment? Here we go. That's one attachment. There's the other one. Right. Let's see if I can get this right. If not, I have to buy everyone chicken dinner. Vegan chicken, of course. So hopefully you guys will be able to follow this. Nice. So far so good. Looking sharp. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. If I break it, I break it. But you'll see how I broke it at least. Okay, it's strong. I wouldn't want to overdo it. I wouldn't want to take it and then just go clack. But it's strong if you're careful. I don't think you'll have any issues. Let me see. Oh yeah, I'm liking this. This part is a simple build. There we go. Okay, so far so good. Right, here comes the tricky part. I need two of these. That's one and two. And I'm going to have to add them like this, right? So they're going to be added on like this. So we're going to add this here, and what else am I missing? It seems to be the regular screws here, hopefully. Oh my goodness, this is where I'm going to prove to you guys that I'm a regular klutz. Alright, so let me see, will this even work? This is going to be one of these things that just won't work out the way you hope. Oh. What? That's nice. Okay, okay. I'm even shocked at that myself, to be honest with you. Let me see here. That's the extension. All right. So from what I can see, it shouldn't be. Should it be? It's actually as simple as that. Right, so there's a part in here that I need to go and be careful that I don't lose. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I think it's this part here. This is going to be the last part to go on. And I think what we can do is we can add these on here. Ugh. Right, so far I'm super happy because I haven't broke anything yet. Looking good so far. Yeah, if you look at that, already looks a lot more professional, right? Runa says, well, if you want to play on a different region, then could always use a VPN and make the account while using the VPN. Yeah, the thing that I have an issue with, if I play a game, it's usually I want to enjoy it with everyone in the stream, right? And if they're not able to access it, that always kind of sucks in my opinion. But we can still try your game out. Especially if you're training to become pro, then we will definitely help you out. Right. We're always here for Runa. Alright, so okay, that didn't work out. Let me just screw it in a little bit more. And guys, one of the things about this, now for both a live stream and a video to watch later on, I'd assume this is not the highlight that anybody's hoping for, but if I can build this together, then there's hope for us all, trust me. So if you have any issues building or putting stuff together, just watch this video. We're going to learn it together and hopefully you'll be able to learn how you do it. I could have just laid this down and make my life a lot easier, but I've just realized, why make stuff easier when you're Kareem? Alright, so it's kind of working. Yeah, okay, that's not my best work. But it's okay, we're getting there. Alright, come on. Whoops, don't want to lose anything here. Still having an issue here. Right. Now, yeah, it's still not ideal. I think I would need to get someone to help me put this in, or just lay it down. But it definitely works. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. So I guess that's the part we will just skip over. This one looks well prepared. Let's see if I can cheat. So this was one of the extensions. The extensions are actually more expensive than anything else. Second to the rig, obviously. Oh, darn it. Right. Let's add this here. Come on, we can do this. Uh-huh. There we go. That's been added in. Nice. Okay. Oof. That was painful, but we were able to put it in there. So this is the part that I assume will become a little bit more tricky. So I've got all these attachments here. This is the sticky tape attachment. It's like Mission Impossible. Indeed it is. So this one here, and I specifically asked them, I says, I need to know that all the attachments that you're offering me will be possible for me to use without any hindrance. And they were like, yeah, don't worry, you'll be able to use everything. So I think, let me just call up the picture. We can test it as sticky tape. This right here is cinta adhesiva de doble cara. So double-sided sticky tape. And what you do is you just cut off a little piece. You only want it covering a short area, and then you can attach it to your figure. And we're going to try that with Samus in a second. I'm not going to try it with any of the newer figures, because if I mess up then... Right. So... Oh, that is soft, man. Wow, it's already sticky. That is crazy. Wow, okay, this is the kind of tape we don't want to mess with. Alright, almost. It's just sticky, like literally sticky. Yes, that's why they call it sticky tape. So, let me see. Right. So when you're adding these in, you're supposed to add one here. So that is the right way to do it. Thankfully, the photos are all quite big here. There we go. And then, where do we attach that to? We attach it to this piece here, but we're supposed to attach this first. Ah, okay. Right. I hope you guys are seeing this without any issue. Did I do that right? Or did I do it wrong? Yeah, no, it's right. Right. Okay. So that's in, and then we add this here. Beautiful. Nice. All right. I also don't, now this might look like a bit of a bit heavy, right? But your attachments fit in here. That's great. We can use all the attachments to fit in here. Just the magnet one, I'm a little bit curious about. Will that fit in there? But we can get to that later. Now we're going to add the attachment in, and then we're going to add the sticky tape to the attachment. Right, so this is what Charles was talking about with Mission Impossible. Anybody who wants to skip this and come back in 5 hours when I've actually finally connected it is more than welcome to do so. Oh, nice. All right. One of the reasons I'm super excited because of this, even though it may look like a mundane contraption, when I see people like Charles, Jose, and other friends of mine that do stop motion animation, and I know how creative they are, I'm just imagining like how their imagination will run wild when they have the full contraption that will do their bidding for them. All right, so this is remained. Right, so that's that one. So these things have remained here. That is a good amount of extras. So we could definitely add an extra arm, then we would only need these, and we still have these here. And this one, that's the one you want to stay away with. Ouch. Ah, yeah. Okay. Why did I do that even though I knew that it was not going to be a good result? Right, so is that tape foam? If so, be careful. Then it can take the paint off. Yeah, so that's going to be one major issue. Paint you'll always want to make sure that you either put a little bit of tape on your figure, or that your figure is, how should I say, non-detapable. All right, look at that. Just try to give you a 360-degree view. All right, so let's try the tape. Where is the tape? Ah, here it is, right in front of me. Right, so we're going to take a little bit. He's already giving up life. I best get scissors, so give us a second. Where's my knife? My knife's in my toolbox. I'll use these. All right, so I'm going to get scissors. That was the worst idea I've ever had. And I've had a couple of bad ideas today. All right. Got it. This is very rubbery, very soft. Oh my God, okay. So I'm going to try and add this on here. And I'm going to add it here. Wow, that is sticky, 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 sticky. All right, let's try it in the reverse. There we go. Whew. All right. Now, I could try the M8 adapters. Or actually, this would be a lot more simpler. But we're going to try the sticky tape. So where will I stick the sticky tape? Oh, nice. Oh, came off. Let me try it one more time. That is actually not bad. Oh, came off. Let me see. Ah, I think. Did I do it right? It sticks, but as soon as I move it, it comes back off. Let me try it this way. That's a bit better. No, still coming off. So just to give you guys an idea, but I think that also has to do with. All right, she's leaning forward a bit. Now it looks better. I think I made a mistake because I squished this, the tape up a little too much. Ah, okay. That was a huge mistake on my behalf. But anyway, this is how it would work. If I had put the tape on properly the first time, this is what we would have got. And this is still loose, of course. I would have to like make sure this is all tight. But this is how flexible this is, right? And I've got this on Samus's behind. I don't know, let me just zoom in here a little. There we go. Maybe a new piece of tape. Yeah, I'll definitely try a new piece. I'll be working with this pretty soon. As soon as I get my mobile back. Because here's the thing, you guys may or may not know of the Charles will know it. It is a dragon. It's called, I think it's called Dragonfly. The stop motion animation program. Fail. The stop motion animation program. Dragon, something it's called, I forgot the name of it. Well, here's the thing. If you have a Lumix G7 and you have a mobile that you can connect it to, you don't need that program, because the Lumix G7 has a automated onion frame option, and basically you can take 3 or 4 photos and it will save the photos as ghost layers, so that negates the need for any special stop motion animation software, which is a game changer in my opinion, but it's just not well advertised. Dragon frame, it's amazing, yeah. And if you have the Lumix G7, the camera that I'm shooting with just now, you don't need it because Dragon frame's already in the camera. And a lot of people for some reason don't know that. And I think that's just because that it's not very popular, or they never advertised with it, or they never teamed up with stop motion animators to, like, you know, get it out there. But it is an awesome thing to have in your camera. And with this, a Lumix G7 and a normal functioning mobile and a normal functioning brain, something I don't own, you've got everything you need within $500 or $600 if you don't have a mobile, right? You can get mobiles pretty cheap nowadays. So this is working a little bit better. I'm still too afraid to try too much because I basically hit the tape wrong. But there you go. Oh, there you go. She's kind of holding in the air. I haven't tightened anything because I do want to rebuild this and put everything back. But there you go. That's pretty awesome. Let's have her do a couple of poses. All right, so here is where you have to give in the most if you have an attachment. This is her screaming, why? Why are you doing this to me, Kareem? There, and she's leaned back, right? So you can see it here. She's leaned back. And I haven't really tightened the screws or anything like that. Ah, the tape came off again. So obviously, and also check the back of her waist, right? It's curved. So I have to figure out where's the best place to put this. I can put it on her thigh. Yeah, it's not that bad. It's not too bad. Obviously not ideal the way I'm dealing with it right now. But yeah, that's just to show the attachments and give you an idea of the attachments. So the other attachments, these here, these are for food. Once again. The reason why I won't show that is I don't like wasting food. So if I was to like stick this in an apple and whatnot, and at the moment I can't eat much, so I don't want to like have to then force myself to eat the apple and stuff like that. But anyone who's ever done any type of stop motion animation with food, or even if it's just a basketball, like let's say you have this rubber little toy and then you put it in there and then you want Samus to, like, you know, bounce it like a basketball. Like, let's see, where have we got? Hey, here, there, perfect example. And then she's like, right? So for example, all right, so I'm going to get rid of this little add-on here, and we're going to try some of the others. So let's try this one. Yes. This here looks to be pretty cool and unique in design. I've never seen anything like this in this size, which is absolutely insane. Wait, I put it in there right? I think I did. And this will definitely be a game changer for me, at least, for what that's worth. There you go. So here's my hand. So it's not that big, but you definitely want to make sure you put it somewhere where it's safe and doesn't bang into anything. And what we're going to try and do is we're going to add Paul to the mix. Paul from the Tekken franchise. And see if we can keep him upright using this. All right, so believe it or not, this is all I need. This is literally all I need for a Tekken stop motion animation. You don't need anything else. And what you would do is, you would just keep this out of sight, or you take a photo of the background first, then you add Paul in, make sure the camera doesn't shake or move, and then this can be in the background, it's no problem. You can see it whilst you're taking your photos of Paul doing hoo ha 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 ha. And then what you would need to do is you would just need to Photoshop it out. But that's a lot more work than just not showing it. That is always your easiest bet. And if I detach this, I can keep it lower and then I can hide it. I can hide it in the background. So that's pretty cool in my opinion. Right. Let's see how good this works. Wow. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. Surprisingly good, to be honest. There's not much I needed to adjust there. Right, obviously that's not a stance you would use or anything like that. But here, let's try that. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Sturdy. Very sturdy. Well, up until then, right? But it was very sturdy. All right, so that's 2 attachments down. So we have the one with the sticky tape, and we have the clamp. Very easy to switch. When you build these things yourself, it just looks a lot more complicated, my man. Let's try the magnet ones. Let's see how they fit in here. Ah, all right. Oh, they're actually hard to get out. So that was simple. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to add this in anyway. I don't think it will go in much, but we'll try our best. Right, there we go. And this is optimal for this guy here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hide this here. Right? Nice. It's a strong magnet, man. Having them fall over. That is crazy. That is a strong magnet. Let me see if I can get this on the side here. Like no hands, nothing. Wow, that one is good. That one is surprisingly good. All right, yeah, that is something special, my man. All right, so great stuff. Now on to the next connector. For sake of demonstration, we'll add this one in. This is very thin. Is this right? What if we were to add this one in instead? How do I add it in best? No, that can't be right. Let me just check real quick here. Thankfully, as I said earlier on, the pictures are all loaded up here, and you generally get a good overview as to what's possible and what's not possible. All right, so the clamps we didn't have an issue with. Right, that one, simple. That one, yeah, that is right. That's the way I was doing it. That's right. How do we do it with the double one? All right. This is cool stuff. Okay, so the double one we'll leave here for a second, and we'll do a single. So once again, if you work with food and you need this for stop motion animation, pretty cool. But if you're working in a kindergarten with Play Doh, I would say watch yourself. You don't want any of the children to get a hold of this. There we go. As simple as that. Nice. Now, second photo. Third photo. Fourth photo. Fifth photo. 6, 7, 8. So you get the idea. Look at that. That's pretty cool. But be super careful, man. These things are super sharp. That could like lead to a deadly accident, or you could poke your eye out. So guys, always with caution, man. Don't be doing stop motion animations when you're drunk or anything like that, especially when sharp objects are involved. All right. So, and let's get to the last two converters. Everything else we seem to have been able to show without any major issue. There we go. Simple as that. Look at that. I only got one of these because I have two single ones. Hopefully you guys can see that. That is good. That is good quality, man. Don't be fooled by me not setting this up correctly. I just opened it out of the package. I took a look to see if everything was there today, and I even sent Charles a video earlier on because I was super excited. But I didn't open anything, right? Now I've opened it, and I just want to get it together, build it up, make it look cool, show you guys what it looks like. There you go. Now, is this professional grade? No, it's not. But you can buy professional grade ones on www.cinespark .shop. This is the 200 rig 200, and they have a rig 300 and they have a rig 100. 100 I think it's on sale for like $30 or something like that. But the rig 300, well, if you were to get that, then you could get adjustments and those plastic converters that move it to the side, up and down, and things like that. Then you're really starting to like play in the big leagues. But this is still cheaper than most of them out there. Ultra Player says, looks like a rod. You would have the marshmallow over the fire. Yeah, man, like that. Oh, there's hair on my marshmallow, and that's from my cat. I hoover and vacuum this area every single day, and Shiba just throws himself on there. But yeah, this is a stop motion rig Ultra, and it's actually just a review for that. Sorry if it's not your type of thing. And I know usually you come for the gaming, but the idea is to share this with people, to show them where they can get a price worth a stop motion rig without having to break the bank, as they say, and allow people to get more involved in the art of stop motion, because it's a dying art, and it's a shame because once you get the basic knowledge that you need for it in order to start out, then the opportunities become limitless. And I'm sure my good friend Charles can attest to that. There we go. We'll keep them safe. Right, there we go. The marshmallow lollies. All right. So there's one last rig adapter that I want to try. So bear with us. Where is it? And of course, practice makes perfect, right? The first time I'm going to use these, it's not going to work too well for me. But over time, you'll get better and better at it. So this seems to be the right size. Let me see if it fits in there. Wow. Oh man, that is a freaking dream. Give us 1 second. Right, this is a little bit orthodox the way I'm doing it. Normally you would screw in the adapter first. You connect the screw and the adapter first, and then you would attach it to the action figure. But hey, anyone who knows how Kareem does things knows that I do them the opposite way. And this is out of the packet, so if I make a mistake here, oh no, did I just break something? Oh no, we look good. So this is the adapter I'd advise you all to get more of. This looks like the one that could be potentially the most easiest to break, but it is the best one for figures like this. Ultra Player says, it's okay, I have no idea what it is, but I remember looking at stop motions back then. They were amazing. Made me want to go crazy on Hot Wheels. Ah, here's your Hot Wheels adapter right here, my friend. It's a magnet. Oh, it's a strong magnet. And then you can just attach it here to the adapter, and let's say this guy's Hot Wheels. Then you would just go and drive about. I don't know if it's lost or stored, but I had the Power Ranger toy. It was fun to have. Well, you could technically do stop motion animations with the Power Ranger toy here. Alright, so let me just put her in different types of poses. Pose number 1. Get that from the side. Put her on a second pose. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That would be your second pose. Aye, Samus. Yes, indeed, my friend. And here's your third pose. Wow, I'm liking this adapter. That's my favorite one. So guys, if you order this contraption here, or this whole set here, order more of these adapters, because this is the only one that I truly feel could break the easiest, or could get worn out the easiest. Now I know it's metal inside, and it has the rubber outside to protect the toy, right? Don't know if you can see that. But nonetheless, I'm a klutz. Guys, take it from me. I would have, now that I know, I would have bought more of these. I would have added another 2 or 3 of them on. And it's only like 90 cents. Sorry I vanished. I was on the phone with the nurse. Hey, God forbid. Like Ultra Player just said, it's okay, man. Yeah. Well, nurse always has priority, my friend. Your health always has priority. So let's just check out some of the poses you can do with this. So Samus looking over. I did a really cool pose with Paul and the Clamps earlier on. Paul and the Clamps sounds like a very undergroundy kind of rock group. There we go. And have her go back up. Yeah, I made a couple adjustments here, and now it's holding a lot better. And we're only like literally minor adjustments. And I'm just putting her in different poses so you guys can get the feeling. Did I say Seamus earlier on? I meant Samus. Okay, here you can see, you might notice it's giving way a little bit. Let's say Samus gets the Hadouken treatment. A bug? The bug looked like it wasn't even there, Ultra Player says. What kind of bug was that? Right, now is the moment of truth. Let's see if we can lift her up. In theory, it should be possible to do it like this. Kareem's evil laugh. I love it when a plan comes together. There you go. Oh no, stink bug. Ah, we've got a lot of them here. But they don't give me any trouble because I have 2 lions in my front garden. Or rather in my balcony. 2 kittens that make sure they don't come too close. That is amazing, man. That is sturdy. Look at that. You could just go and then take the next photo. And then take the next photo. That is good quality stuff. Alright, so as I said earlier on, this is the attachment you want to make sure you get the most of. It goes in and out pretty easy. And most figures from, I think, Mecha, Revoltech, Super Action Toys, what have we got? Bandai Namco, they have the M8 insertion. So you just, the M3 insertion, so you just take the M3 converter and pop it in there. That is awesome sauce. They're just huge and fly. Trust me, you don't want to catch them because if you do, it smells awful. Right, so, there we go. They're actually pretty cool. So, let's see what we've tested. We've added these in. We know how they fit in. We've added these in. This is your adapter. These are very important. And I'm happy to say these are good quality. And they even added on another one of these. And usually you only need 2. But they've added a third one on. And I'm getting bang for my buck here because I'm getting some extra pieces here and there, right? So I could still build another arm. And I would still have 1 or 2 of these extra screws lying about just in case, because you never know. Excuse me. And then we tried the magnet one. Oh, the magnet one was impressive, especially if you have 12-inch plus toys, you just put this here. Once again, you just put it here. And then add this here. And then you literally have Paul doing the Mission Impossible stance. Getting his Tom Cruise grind on. That is incredible. And then what else do we have? We tested this. This was the biggest flop of the day. Thankfully, that was the first one I tested. And that is just because I cut this here wrong. I still had the top of the tape added on. But now that I know, it ended up being a lot better. But it's not ideal for Samus because her back is curved. But I can put it on the side of her leg. Oops. There we go. Okay, maybe I can. But if I was to do it correctly, I don't think I would have a major issue with it. I'll make sure I get rid of this. Remember guys, especially if you have pets, you want to make sure that you get rid of this piece here, because otherwise they could choke on it. And yeah, so this one, still good to have, even though I messed it up. Don't think too much about it. There we go. So there's all the extra pieces. Very nice. All the attachments, all the add-ons. And that was only the first box. What is this, by the way? Oh, some nice paper here. Like that. That is cool stuff, man. I remember doing like a Goku versus Vegeta stop motion. Mum bought me and my brother the toys and tried to use my own hands. It was cool in a very weird way. Hey, listen, I can only encourage people to continue doing that kind of thing. If you started out, you did it once. First one I ever did looked terrible. It was Hawkeye versus Superman. Even the matchup was unnatural. But unless it's like 10 kryptonite arrows. Yeah, that was a weird stop motion animation. And the background music for it was Dead Peas hip hop. It's bigger than hip hop. Hip. And it was a weird green screen. You could see Batman's head in the green screen. Yeah, so we all need to start somewhere, but you get better with time. Alright, so this is the second one. I'm going to build that up tomorrow. And for now, I just wanted to show anyone out there who has never done stop motion animation or doesn't know how to build one of these rigs. Then hopefully with this video and with the link in the description, you can go look at it, get in contact with this company, ask them any questions you might have. Red Mask, you have a good one, my friend. Thank you so much for stopping by. I wish you a blessed rest of your day. And yeah, basically you can get all this equipment for a cheap price. Now I got all of this here for under 200, and then post and tax cost me around, what was it, another 36, 37, 40 maybe. So for less than 240 you can get it anywhere in the world. And if you choose another option post wise, you can get it even cheaper, and you can start creating. I got this from Hong Kong, sent to me to Europe within 4 days, and the postal service was amazing. It was worth the extra $10-15 that I spent on the choosing the type of postal service. You can pay with PayPal at Cinespark. They don't sponsor us, but here's the thing, we sponsor them because stop motion animation equipment is very hard to come by, especially when it's good quality and for a cheap price. It can go very expensive very quickly. And I bought this from Hong Kong, even though I have a local seller, but the local seller never reacted to me when I had questions. I had questions about the attachments, I had questions about the length, the sturdiness, how much weight, and so on and so forth. But they've got that listed on Cinespark. And also they're very responsive when I had any questions. when I sent them an email. So yeah, guys, now you know where to go if this is something you need. And if you're a beginner, I hope this has inspired you and showed you that, hey, this is what you can use to create really cool stuff. And if your creativity is already on fire and you're saying to yourself, wow, I could do this and this and this and this with it, then, you know, go ahead, purchase one, put some money together, and go and get yourself one, and then have fun with it and create some awesome stuff. And if you do create any awesome stuff with it, then post it, the link in the description, or rather a link in the comment section, and then we can all go and view it and support you all. Yeah, and for now, that was it, guys. I'm going to clean up here. I'm going to wish you all a great rest of your day. Thank you, everyone who stopped by. Thank you, Ultra Player. Thank you, Red Mask. Thank you, Rona. I saw Steven earlier on. So thank you all for dropping by on the different platforms. I'm going to wish you a great rest of your day and happy creating, guys. And all the best.